Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to crochet lavender. This is such an easy project, and if you're a beginner, you're going to learn a variety of stitches with this quick and easy crochet lavender bouquet. Today is the perfect day to crochet. It's cold and there are weather warnings of rain and thunder, and it just creates such a cozy atmosphere. So you're going to need two different colors of yarn. I have this really nice lavender purple yarn and then this light green, and this is what we're going to be using for the stem. Next, you're going to need a hot glue gun, but if you don't have a hot glue gun, you can use fabric glue instead to assemble your lavender, and it works exactly the same way. So instead of using hot glue when we assemble, just use fabric glue. And then we're going to need a nice pair of sharp scissors and then a crochet hook. Today I'm going to be using this 3mm crochet hook, and if you're a beginner and you don't have a wide selection of hooks, that's perfectly fine. You can use whatever crochet hook that you have. At the end of the day, sometimes we just need these simple projects to improve your skills and technique, so precision doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm going to use this 3mm crochet hook. And lastly, we're going to need this floral wire, and I just got this from a local craft shop. It has the wire on the inside and then it has plastic on the outside. So to start off, we're going to get our yarn and we're going to make a slip knot like this. And then you're going to place your slip knot onto your crochet hook like so and pull it tight. And this is what it should look like. I think my camera just went out of focus, so let's do that chain again. So you're going to hold your yarn over like this and pull that straight through, and that is a chain. So you want to keep doing this until you reach 48, and I'm going to show you how you count your chains as well, just so we know that we're still on track with how many we need. You might want to adjust your grip as well. So instead of just holding at the bottom, you might want to hold close to the middle as well as you increase the number of chains. Okay, so to double check how many chains that you have, all you have to do is count these little V shapes here. As you can see, this is a V shape. So that means there's one stitch there. And then here we have another one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And V's just appear all the way along your chain. And that helps you count how many you have if you lose track, because I do not like counting, especially since I would count a lot. So I prefer just chaining and then counting afterwards. And that's how you find out. Now that we have our foundation chain, we can start making the actual petals for the lavender. To do that, we're going to chain just an extra one to help us turn our work. So now we're gonna go into our second chain from the hook. So here's our first chain and here's our second chain, and we're gonna place that in like this, yarn over and pull that through. And then we're gonna yarn over, no, sorry, we're not gonna yarn over, sorry, we're just gonna pull that straight through like this, and that is a slip stitch. Now you're gonna chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you've chained 6, you're going to go back into that hole over here that we're just working in. So after you've chained 6, you want to put your hook into the same hole that our work is in. So we're going to put it into this hole here, and then you're going to pull that straight through like so, and then slip stitch right through. And here we have this little loop on the top, and then we're going to go into our next chain, which is this one, insert the hook, yarn over, pull that through, and then we're going to pull this straight through. So now what we're going to do is chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My yarn is getting a bit tangled, that's why. 6. Okay, after you chain 6, we're going to get back into our space that we're working in. yarn over and pull that straight through, and then you're gonna pull this straight through like so. And then in the next spot here, you're going to insert your hook, pull your yarn over, and then you're gonna pull that straight through. And you want to repeat this process all the way down. So I'm going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then go into this hole, which is the same hole that we're just working from, yarn over and pull that through, and then pull that loop straight through, and then insert your hook into the next chain space, yarn over, pull that through, and pull that straight through. And this is what it's looking like so far, and you want to repeat this process until you get all the way down to the bottom, and you can already see our lavender kind of taking place. So yeah, you want to repeat that until you get to the bottom, and the bottom you don't need to do anything unique. It's the same thing that we've been doing all along. And you know what I actually am so excited about for this video is the fact that someone actually suggested it for me, because I posted a video of my crocheted lavender on my TikTok page. Hold on, I lost count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I posted a video of my lavender on my TikTok page, and then someone asked, yes, but where's the tutorial? Because I showed packaging the lavender, I think. I didn't show making it at all. So I was like, okay, I will upload it as soon as I can. And that was like almost a month ago. And now we're here with the tutorial. I've just been so busy, but hopefully they're still sticking around, waiting for me to upload the tutorial. But yeah, it's just nice that someone actually wanted to see how I made them. So yeah, I still have a lot of recommendations and suggestions of stuff to crochet from the things that I've made, like tutorial wise. So I'm gonna sift through some of my comments and see what I could crochet next. And you know what's annoying me as well is the fact that my camera, there's something wrong with the autofocus on it, and it just focuses in and out, which is actually so annoying. So hopefully with this clip you can just listen instead of watching what I'm doing. But yeah, it's annoying me so much. I might have to look on YouTube and see how to fix it, but I don't even remember changing anything. So yeah, anyways, enough talking, let's finish off making this lavender. So here is a quick progress check. I still have a little bit left to go, and this is taking me almost 20 minutes, which is actually so embarrassing because all I'm doing is chaining and slip stitching. But anyways, we're almost there. Let's just continue the process of chaining 6. I want to do this one with you guys, and then I'll just go back to doing it myself. I just want to see where you guys are at. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then in this hole we're gonna insert our hook and then slip stitch like this, and then move to our next chain space, insert the hook, yarn over, and then slip stitch, and then just repeat. And we'll do the last one together. Okay, so we are on the last one, so we're gonna chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it's so awkward to crochet like this because I'm literally sitting cross-legged on the floor, leaning over my camera. So I can't even crochet properly. So, but anyways, we're gonna insert the hook into that same stitch and then make a slip stitch. And then in the last chain space here, hopefully you can see that, we're gonna make a slip stitch like this. And I don't really work into this last chain space that we have here, and I'll just show you why. You can if you want, but I don't like to. So I'm gonna chain 1 like this, and then just let go of my yarn, pull that through, and then we're gonna get our scissors if I can find them. Okay, I found them, so we're gonna just cut off the excess. Yeah, okay. We're gonna cut off the excess and then pull that straight through. And here we have 2 tails of yarn, so I'm going to just tie a knot just to make sure everything is secure, and then I'm gonna cut off these 2 tails. So you can do a double knot if you want, but since we're using hot glue and gluing everything together, it's not really necessary. And then here we have our lavender, and all we have left to do is to assemble it. Okay, to start assembling this, we're going to add a bit of hot glue onto the tip of our floral rod, and then you're going to place your yarn into it, and you just want to hold it there for a little bit. You don't want to hold it there for too long because the glue is hot, and then you're going to just turn it into a way that is more comfortable for you, and then we're going to wind the yarn across the tip like so. And then what you want to do is just turn your floral wire like this. And then you're going to add some glue along your wire like this, a bit further down from where you're starting from. And then you're just gonna wind it all the way along like so. I just want to repeat this until you get to the bottom, all the way to the bottom. So as you go along, you just want to keep adding glue and be careful because it's actually really, really hot. But then you're gonna just keep winding it around. Hopefully there'll be no gaps in between, but sometimes it happens and then you can kind of see the floral rod, but it's not the end of the world. You just want to keep going all the way around as best as you can. I have finished going all the way along my floral wire. As you can see, it's all coated in the yarn. Now we can start attaching our lavender. So we already know where the bottom of our lavender is, and that's where we tied the knots, which is over here. So now we can actually start assembling it from the top, not the bottom. So from the top, you just want to find an area that's easy to add your glue onto. So here I just found the top, which is over here, and I'm going to add a small amount of glue over there, and then get my floral wire and just hold it there until it's nice and dry and secure. And this is what it looks like up close, and we're just going to hold it there for like a few more seconds. Okay, so now what we're going to do is a similar thing that we did to the stem actually, and that's just winding this all the way around. It can get a bit fiddly, but we want to start attaching it from our chain area. So you don't want to start gluing the petals together or anything like that. Once you start winding it around, naturally it should follow the pattern of your chain that you've made at the beginning. And let me explain that again. So we have our ruffles here, but then we also have this chain section, which was our foundation chain, and that's what we're going to be gluing onto our stem. And I think you understand it better once you actually start gluing it on yourself. It'll make a bit more sense because it does naturally follow the chain, but sometimes you do have to adjust it slightly to ensure that you're gluing the chain and not your petals. So to secure it on, we're just going to add a little bit of glue onto the stem and then wind it round like so. Making sure not to put too much glue on those petals. And then we're going to repeat this process all the way down. It doesn't really need that much glue. You just want to add glue here and there, not every single time you go around, because that's just going to be a little bit too much. And we want it to have a nice natural look as well. So we don't want everything to be too tight. So we're just going to keep winding it around. It's such a fiddly process, but trust me, at the end of it, it's going to look so, so good. So yeah, like I said, we're just going to continue until you get right to the bottom of your stem. This is what it looks like close up, and you might want to do this a little bit neater than I did. You know what, let's actually neaten it up right now. So I'm just going to use the tip of my hot glue gun just to, smooth it out a little bit because it does look a little bit rough. But anyways, this is what the lavender looks like, and I think it came out so pretty. And I did make a bouquet a few weeks ago using the same pattern and the same method, and it turned out really, really nice. And I'm so excited for you guys to make your own lavender bouquet or just to make your own flower bouquet and add lavender as those filler flowers. And that is the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in the next one.